The Spanish-American War lasted a total of only 4 months, with a total of 385 battle deaths. Secretary of State John Hatt even called this conflict a splendid little war. The U.S. had gained new territories including Guam, Puerto Rico, and the Philippines for a purchase of $20 million. The war had formally signified the U.S. becoming an imperialist nation.
After the Spanish-American War, the president, along with the military and the people, felt that it was imperative to find a quicker means of sea travel for the common defense. This would later come in a 10-mile permanent land parcel that the U.S. would use to build the Panama Canal. Canal construction began in 1904. After $400 million had been spent, the project was completed in 1914, just prior to the outbreak of World War I. Although the U.S. had plans to build a canal in Panama, the country was under the control of Colombia. Colombia refused to accept the U.S. real estate offer, and rather than negotiate, Theodore Roosevelt sent naval forces to the area. A naval blockade of Colombia allowed for Panamanian rebels to start a revolt on the current administration in present-day Panama. This in part helped the Panamanian Revolution become a successful revolt against Colombian rule that gained back lost territory. Included in Theodore Roosevelt's foreign policy was a deal known as the Gentleman's Agreement. This deal involved the Japanese halting the flow of workers in return for the repeal of a racist school decree by the San Francisco school boards. In order to prove that he was not motivated by fear, Roosevelt would later decide to send the entire U.S. battleship fleet on a highly visible voyage around the world. With this act intact, positive changes were made in the treatment of immigrants in the West. In December 1904, Theodore Roosevelt issued a message to Congress describing his new provision to the Monroe Doctrine. A main reason for the urgency of the message was because Roosevelt had feared that if the Germans or British got their foot in the door as bill collectors, they might remain in Latin America, which would cause a direct violation of the Monroe Doctrine. This provision later became known as the Roosevelt Corollary, and it was designed to justify intervention in the affairs of Latin American countries. Many Latin American countries would see this as a bad neighbor policy, but a new order was set in future American affairs in the region.